Thank you, Mr. Mertens. We do have a question. Representative Dotson, you're recognized for a question.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. You had mentioned in your remarks, and this is kind of the question I was having, was with regards to whether or not someone could wait a little bit of time for a more favorable rate once a millage had been passed. I think Representative Bell testified that this would really only change or limit the number of days throughout the course of the year around 55 days that would be cut out of the available days that someone could actually have or call for election. So you still have the ability to have 3 elections a year for school millage elections. So what you're saying is, or let me ask, is you're opposed to this because those 55 days is too long to wait for somebody to get a higher voter turnout?
No, sir, I'm not opposed to that. May I expand, Mr. Chair?
Yes, sir, please do.
In all practicality, this bill would lead to most millage elections happening in the spring. And the reason before that is all schools, if they have a construction project coming up, they want to try to start construction on that magic date of around June the 1st, so yet they can take the they can have the benefit of construction during the summer when the weather is the best as far as working construction, and also the kids are gone. So even though you have options during the year, for all practical purposes, millage elections will be moved to the spring.
Follow up, Mr. Chair. So would that not be the case already, where most millage elections happen sometime in April or May or June, somewhere around that time period? We're just narrowing down the date to where it's during a primary when there's higher voter turnout?
Well, with 236 districts, that's a little bit different than, you had 3 districts that went to their community just a couple of weeks ago. You've got another one coming up. They still can be spread out with the option we have now. They can be spread out where all of those bonds don't go on the market at the same time.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair, may I respond to Representative Dotson?
Sure.
Representative Dotson, Mr. Martin's own testimony directly contradicts what he's telling you. And he just said 3 school districts had a millage on the same day. They chose to do that. Now, if his testimony that it was going to adversely affect bond rates was in fact true, why would those 3 school districts have scheduled on the same day? Going further, timing of bond marketing is up to the client. They can select when they want to do that. The reality is that this bill provides 3 dates a year when they can call those elections. I want to go a bit further. The May date is actually impractical for summer construction, and in fact his testimony is a little bit false on its face. Let's go to this. You have a November date and a September date as possibles. If you issue the bonds, put them out, and then try to get a construction bid contract let and ready to go by summer from the May date, you in fact are going to have a very, very difficult timeline to accomplish it. And in fact, the September and November dates are in fact far more practical. And I've spent most of my career in the construction industry, and I am very well aware of that process and the timetables involved, and it's just simply not forthright.
All right. Any other questions by committee?